Okay, so I don't know how long this kind of video is going to take me. But yeah, I was just having an argument with my boyfriend. I normally say partner, but clearly he doesn't see me quite the same. Might use the word, but it's painful. So, since I got multiple sclerosis, I've been told not to work. Dan's been trying to get as much money as he can out of benefit systems and as a carer, but he doesn't want to care for me. Actually, I'm caring more for him than he is for me. And considering I have MS and Hashimoto's disease and all this other health shit and medical shit and mental shit, I don't really want to be looking after him for him to get all the money. I get £300, and when I got that money, he took it all. He took it all. He might have spent it on me for things that I wanted, but you can't just empty my account. Yeah, he didn't even check once to see if there was any money in there. If I didn't have a basics account, he would have just been taking out money that didn't exist. And now that he's got paid, he's being all high and mighty over it. Like, what was it? I was paying for all of our weed. I paid off over £150 debt for him. And then I'm like, wait, how much am I paying to my guy? Because he's not his guy, he's my guy, because Dan's not even in a fucking loop with anyone. And then Dan's talking to me about disrespecting. I'm like, well, you're disrespecting me. I've got MS and you're stealing my money. He wants the deal. I'm like, you don't know shit about dealing, Dan. You know nothing. And then I don't know what's going on in his head. I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, he's crazy. He bought me this iPad as an apology for being such an arsehole, but then he's threatening to take it away from me. And for about a year now, he's been telling me that I need something. Actually, about 2 years now, he's been telling me I need something new that's mine, whatever it is that I want. And I decided that I wanted an iPad because that way it could be like my phone, my internet browser, my graphics tablet. You know, I think ahead. I don't just get a shitty phone thinking that's going to be everything. Plus, it can also connect to the Xbox, apparently, but it doesn't. So what he ended up doing was getting me the much cheaper fucking version, not the one that I actually wanted, not the one that's for artists, but it was free. But I don't feel like I owe him anything due to the fact that he gave me an iPad. I don't owe you anything. You wanted to buy me an iPad. I've even got it all in documentation saying why you wanted to buy me an iPad. And the agreement was so that I don't break your phone, because Dan is a very bad boyfriend. Taking pictures on his phone of other girls, looking at breasts, you know, like talking to people, adding people. I said to him, I said, look, there's a 5-year thing here. After 5 years, I'll know if I want to marry you. And if he's going to be anything like this, if this is him trying, because we had this conversation last month about the 5 years thing, this is him trying, I don't think I want to stick around for that. I mean, he's so abusive, he's always shouting at me, he restrains me from having food, doesn't let me have baths. He says when I can have a bath. I say no, I like to have a bath every day because my body hurts. And he doesn't give me food. Like, he feeds himself. He fucking makes sure he feeds himself, but he don't feed me. Like, I got to a point where I weighed 7 stone. And we had paramedics here, and then he had a cry and said, I'm going to be so much better. But it's a lie. It's a lie because we've had that conversation way too many times. And it's never once been true for more than a day. I'm angry. I'm angry that I've ended up with such an asshole. Like, I'm 20 and he's like late 30s. I think his birthday's coming up. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be shouted at. I don't want to be dependent for food. But I'm also the only one in this relationship that loves the other one. He doesn't love me. He went out with me because I was young, because I was alternative. Let's find a picture of ugly old Mr. Dan then. Sorry, I would find him less ugly if he wasn't so violent and so rude and so horrible. I mean, he's quite an old man. I mean, you don't see just quite how wrinkly he is. But you see this, like, this is, everything in this house is mine. Every pot, every plate, every fucking piece of cutlery, every image. The only thing that belongs to Dad in here is one television, an Xbox, and some clothes. I mean, really shows how worthful he was. And yet he's always breaking my stuff. And then gets funny when I break his stuff. I'm like, well, just because my fucking stuff is everything around us doesn't make it any fucking different that you're breaking my stuff. I want help. Samaritans don't want to help. I actually got left on the Samaritans call for ages, and then when I picked up, they hung up on me. And there was another time where I called the Samaritans, and they said, are you in a critical situation? And I said, no. And they were like, well, why are you calling? And I was like, because I want to talk about problems. And they were like, do not call this number again unless you're going to kill yourself, and hung up on me. And I thought, how rude. I was like, what if I was going to kill myself? That would fucking push you right over the edge, wouldn't it? And then, you know, you get these women's housing services because obviously dickhead arsehole Dan put Universal Credit in his name when he stopped working over a year before I stopped working, and I had MS. Dan doesn't have any medical issues. He just got depression because his dad died, which is very normal at the age of 40 for your father to pass away. But clearly he didn't deal with it well, which is weird because in his father's passing he refused to see him, refused to go over there, and I loved his dad. His dad was lovely. It's like he dehumanized his own father into nothing and let him die. He barely even spoke to him. His dad was still conscious, he was still aware of what was going on. And then for 4.5 years, I do need to end this relationship. If he thinks 4.5 years of grieving and that's justified why he can bully me, why he can hurt me, why he can break my stuff, why he can take all my money, like, this is fucked up. I don't want this. I never wanted this. Ew. I just want to stay in Brighton where I've got friends. I don't want to go back to fucking East Grinstead. I don't want to go back to fucking Haywards Heath. How many of you fucking cunts even gave a shit when I was homeless, huh? 6 months during winter. Homeless. Not one of you from Haywards Heath or East Grinstead cared. Just saying. I mean, there are very few people in my life that I still hang out with from a young age, and I think there's probably a good reason for that. I had one of my old best friends, you know, they put that post about that girl who killed herself and about being nice to each other, and yeah, I was like, oh yeah, nice. Like when I got kicked out of my paedophile stepdad's house with my mum, so I moved into a dilapidated property at the age of 13, and where was she? Nowhere. She said that it was because we went to college. I'm like, fuck off. I travelled so far just to get to secondary school every day, just to be told off every day. Hope one day I find someone who's not just going to want to hurt me. Like, I thought I was a nice person. I thought people liked me. But it seems like everybody just wants to get something out of you. Whether it be sex, money, your house. Which all the fact that Dan took all of those away from me. But I don't know if anyone will even watch this. I don't know if anyone even fucking cares. Probably not. Well, I'm gonna end it there because it's just depressing and I want to have a hit now. It's a shame I couldn't actually make it do the thing I wanted, because I wanted to tell you the messages that I sent to Dan compared to the messages that he sends to me. And it's literally everything I just said to you, is that he's taking money from me, I'm sick, and I get £300, he gets £1,800. And yeah, I pay for the cat food, and I pay for any kind of little bits and bobs around the house, like incense, and I can't have my own money to myself.